So I want to ask you guys a question because going home for me has always been interesting. Anytime that I'm around my family, there's always that one family member that says some shit at the table that they shouldn't say. And so I wanted to ask you, what are some of the things that you think shouldn't be discussed at the Thanksgiving table? Now, I will tell you one thing that I hate is when my cousin's wife, Linda, she used to be really
Oh.
fat, and since she had the different surgery than I had, and so she looks like a pop balloon. But I've never really liked her anyway because she's just a messy bitch. And she would always ask me like, one day at the Thanksgiving dinner, she's like, "Yeah, we all got our families here. Jason, where your boo at?" I'm like, my boo's just not here." And so she's like, "You ain't got no girlfriend because you ain't never brought one around." And I'm like, "No, I don't have a girlfriend." What I wanted to turn around and says, I wanted to turn around and say, "No, but I got a nigga with a big ass dick though, and I was gonna bring him, but I thought we had enough meat already at the table, so I left that nigga in the car."
Oh.
But I didn't do
Oh.
it. But my point is, I think that one thing I hate sitting around the Thanksgiving table is people wanting to be in each other's business. Be thankful for what you got. Don't worry about what everybody else got going on. What about y'all?
Wow,
Jason,
it's hard to follow that up. I actually agree. I do
what's
not get.
going on?
I'm trying to think
What's
about all the
going
meat
on?
at the table. It's a lot of meat at the table. No, I actually agree. You guys know I'm pansexual, and so I've only ever brought one person home, and it was a trans man. And my mom kept on using the wrong pronouns. So that she was like, "That looks like a girl." Like it was very inappropriate. And so that was awkward. And and as we're sitting at the table, I haven't really come out to my family. They just know that I bring interesting looking people home for the holidays. And my mother made a comment about gay people at the table. And I don't know what happened to me, but I got upset and I started cussing her out and I flipped the table with all the food and
No,
called
you
her a raging
didn't.
homophobe.
You
I swear
wait,
to
you
God,
ruined Thanksgiving?
I feel
No,
like
her
she ruined
mother. No, her
Thanksgiving
mother ruined Thanksgiving, and
with her
she ended
bigotry.
it.
So
Yes.
yes, and so my mother has never said anything fat phobic, anything homophobic. She's never said anything that is phobic ever. And so I was just so embarrassed and stunned that she had that moment that I snapped and I blacked out. I said some things I shouldn't have. Some turkey went flying, some rice and beans went flying. Thanksgiving was over. We haven't done Thanksgiving since.
Mm.
However, she's a lot kinder to the gay community as a result
I think.
of me flipping tables. So yeah.
Well,
First and
I
last
mean,
Thanksgiving.
listen. Yeah. That like for me, my family has always wanted to know who I'm dating. If you watch this show, well, first off, if you watch the show for the first 2 years, you know a lot of people that I've dated because they're in the background on many of those shows. But it's typically a weekend date or a monthly thing. It's not like I mean, it's like
What
Netflix. You
kind of
just
subscription
every
service
month
you got going
every
on?
every month you just renew it, and one month you may not cut it off because you can't afford the bill. You know what I mean? But
Dick of the
I would
month,
say like
yes.
my family used to be very nosy about who I was dating and what I
Everybody
remember my
family. That's
is that
everybody's
everybody's
family.
family?
It
Look,
is,
you go to
Jason. It's everybody.
Thanksgiving, one thing that people do in your family is ask you about the person that you brought last year. It's like, whatever happened to they not here? What you think? That's what
Yes.
happened. Why do you keep
Oh
They
they
be
my
not
like
here?
God.
I
be
really
like
like them. Shit, I
be like
did
shit
too.
got
They not here.
shit got reckless, got too loose. I had to cut them. You know what I mean?
They just can't
Yeah.
go. They can't transition with you. They always wonder what happened to the last. They're gone. I really like that person. Who
My
cares?
uncle is
Wait,
shady.
wait.
He always says, you can't keep
Speaking
friends.
of speaking of transition, Blue, what happened to your friend that you brought to dinner that day?
He, proper pronouns, he ended up being an uck boy and cheated on me, allegedly. I had a dream that he cheated on me. He denies it, but I believe my dream. And we broke up.
You know how you could have got him back though,
Hmm.
acting up?
What?
You could have walked up to his face and said, "You a bitch."
Oh,
That is Jason. I would not say that to any man, trans or cis. I will say though, and this is something that I'm not proud of, he had a wild streak, and so we ended up having sex on the front porch of the house after the Thanksgiving melee. And so, have you guys ever had coitus or a sexual congress at a
I
family
don't
event?
even know what quote. I don't even know
Sex.
coitus is. Coit is the people that come
What
and
is
clean up
that?
my couches and my rugs.
Sex.
I don't know. No, no, we're
Nah,
not
not at a
animals.
family event. Like, how did you pull that off?
Yeah. We did it on the front porch, and we're on a main street next to the gas station, and there were cars whizzing by. It was like
Yeah,
his kink was having sex
yeah,
in public places.
yeah. You're gonna go to jail. And if you're close to a school, you're gonna be like, you're gonna be labeled a sex offender. I
No, we
just
were across
watched
the
on.
street from a nursing home. We were actually across the street from a nursing home, so it wasn't a school. Wrong
Excuse
age
me, you
bracket.
can't be
Very
fucking
appropriate.
nursing homes. You will kill those people. Those people haven't
No,
seen a
she
dick
won't.
in years.
You might give
Wait,
them more life.
I
can we
think
please
we
stop talking
did. I
about?
think we did.
Can we please stop talking about sex on this show? I don't even know how it happens. It just naturally like.
You, Jason,
You,
you,
Jason, you.
you,
We
you.
Oh,
learned it from you, Jason.
damn it! So what's one of the things that we should never talk about at the Thanksgiving table?
Sex, Jason. That's one thing. It's always a grandmom. It's like I love grandmoms because they get to a point where they just have no filter and they bring up all the stuff that they don't like. You never want to talk about. So, are you having sex? I know you had a problem last year getting it up. Like they just be bringing out stuff that, like
Why does
they
grandma
bring
know that though?
because grandma will bring up the gossip right to your face. Because grandma just want to cut to the. How's everything going with the situation you had in bed? Is everything okay? Did they give you what I told them they should give you? It's a prescription that you can get. You're like, Grandma, what the fuck?
Wow, that's a
Listen,
lot.
my grandmother, may she rest in peace. Her name was Maybelle Tanner. She's from Mississippi. She had 15 kids.
Aw.
I will never forget when she had cataracts and she got her eyes done. And one day I walked in her house and she said, "Boy, you so cute. I didn't know you was that cute." I said, "Thank you, Grandma." She said, "And all these cute friends I've been hearing that you have all the time." And I said, "Okay, well, Grandma." She said, "I just got my eyes done." I said, "Okay, well, thank you, Grandma." And then when I walked the room, she was like, "Where's his girlfriend?" I'm like, "Grandma, why are you talking about, like, you basically just said the nigga gay?" You know what I mean? But one thing, like you said about grandmas, they have no filter. Another thing I hate is when people sit around the Thanksgiving table and start showing baby pictures of their grandkids or their kids because they want us all to validate how cute they know they ain't. I don't want to look at baby pictures because if you show me,
Aw.
and I think most babies are ugly. If you show me your baby and it's ugly, I'm gonna tell you that ain't the cutest thing I've seen today.
Most babies are not ugly. And then
Jason,
it's
there's
not
a lot.
just any babies, it's babies in your family. This is your little
Right.
cousin. You know what I'm saying? It's not just, oh, random baby pictures. It's like, look at the new addition to our family. You don't like that?
Baby kids. Okay. I wish people, y'all look at me and go, he's so distinguished and polished and classy. I don't know that's what you guys think of
That's
me.
exactly what I was thinking right before this show.
I know.
Mhm.
Oh, trust me, I get it. I get it from everybody. Listen, if you come to my family's house and you see how ratchet my family is and the kids, I mean, half of them got snot on their faces, sticky suckers stuck in their hair. No, not maybe not that bad, but like they some straight baby kids, and I love them to death from a distance, but I don't want to sit and look at pictures of, kids from the girl you cheated on your wife with to tell you in front of your wife how cute the baby is. Like, no, I'm not doing that.
That is a big thing in West Indian cultures. A lot of times at Thanksgiving, I'll meet family members that illegitimately happened. Like I have an uncle who every holiday we're together, there's a son that pops up who's like 13 while he was married. So so that's awkward for
Welcome to
us and
my
our
family.
family. Yeah,
Welcome to
my
my
family's
family.
not is not ratchet. We're just hoey, if that's a
And
word.
that's when
So,
grandmom
so
starts screaming, I know he ain't really a part of the family, but we gonna welcome him anyway. Like,
That's my
damn,
no,
mom.
grandma.
Yeah, that's
but
my
you know
mom. She
how
does that.
black grandmas do it. They don't do it like in passing. They do it in prayer. Okay, everybody, bow your heads. Father God, thank you for this food that we're about to receive and the nourishment of the body of Christ. And thank you for bringing the whole family to you. Even that bitch that my grandson found at the club. You be like, Grandma, for real, though, you did not see that in no scripture. You did not need to put that in Thanksgiving prayer.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
Family is amazing.
Now, my Aunt Pat, she did because we do the whole house hopping thing, like you were talking about, damage, and we used to go from house to house to house. So my grandmother's house is across the street from my aunt's house. So we would start at grandma's, then we would go to my aunt's house, right? So my aunt is like the elder aunt in the family. She's like, the aunt with all the money and the class and the prestige, whatever. All her grandkids go to prison though, but that's all the thing. Anyway, so in the middle of prayer, we had house hopped, and I'm sitting there with my hungry ass because she makes this coconut cake, this coconut cream cake that's so fucking fire from scratch, right? So I go over there to get the cake. So we're saying a prayer and we're holding hands. She's like, thank you, God, for this food and my family and, bringing us through, Lord. And thank you for all the house hoppers who only came here to eat the cake. Lord, now everybody in the room had been there all day. So they knew she was talking about me. So I literally left. I left without eating the cake, but I was so upset because I really, really wanted the cake.
No, you still gotta take a piece. You gotta take a souvenir.